Interesting. We just contextualized them a bit here. So if this is the daughter, which I imply purely based on gender, really. Can I defeat this, or is it just here? Kind of is just here, isn't it? So if this is the daughter, then the huge guardian character, which you might have thought might have been one of the parents, or even just a general concept of safety or something that's sought after. I think it's specifically the brother, which is why that's why the two of them are playing together. They're shown as a huge character, which makes you think they're some sort of authority figure, but there's probably the brother, who seems to be of similar age, which explains that earlier scene where she asked him to throw her. It's like, oh yeah, no one will see, just do it. It's just that sibling nonsense where you're getting in trouble, but you just, you know, no impulse control, or maybe your parents are a little controlling, and you just kind of go for whatever you feel like doing in the moment, and then you get in trouble afterwards. And it's often accompanied with various mentions of, oh, no one's gonna notice, we're not gonna get in trouble. Cue immediately getting in trouble. And that's extra reinforced. Like that was already kind of shown by the whole throw me on the paper airplane thing. That should have clued me in earlier, but it's made extra clear. Whoa. Can I walk over there? There we go. It's made... Oh no. This might be bad that I'm down here. It's definitely made extra clear. Oh goodness. Okay, maybe I don't want to go onto one of those pillars if they're going to drop me like that. It's definitely made extra clear when you hit a moment where you have that shared moment of, oh, we touched the thing they told us not to touch it, but we touched it, and oh, fix it before they come back. No, you fix it. And like now they're pointing blame around, and it's probably both of their faults, but something valuable got messed with. So I'm wondering what it is. Could be a chandelier. Maybe they broke a chandelier that they couldn't fix. Tinsel wouldn't be right unless they knocked over a tree or something, but ooh, I don't know if they'd get in that much trouble for knocking over a Christmas tree. I imagine that it's because of its general texture, I imagine it's something jeweled or expensive or fragile. I guess we'll find out in the flashback. What are these guys, by the way? That's an interesting visual. They look like pipe cleaners? Or Twizzlers. I love the animation there. He escapes the scene the same way that somebody would like slowly slink off a couch or a bed in a defeated, I don't wanna sort of animation. But of course it's applied to like some sort of insane Shadow of the Colossus creature. And that changes the image a bit and makes the childlike behavior all the more funny. And now that I see him more, it definitely gives you this childlike impression because of the way that he's got he's got one ear instead of two, and his weird spikes on his back are disheveled, where some stick out one way, but the other half of his body sticks out the other way. He's just kind of disheveled and put on, and any front of individuality or independence is kind of just that kind of a front. Oh, there's the fire. Let me go! Got it. So what does the tinsel mean? The fact that the page you click on is a tree seems to reinforce the idea that perhaps it is in fact a tree. Hey look, this whole place is friendly to me now. Do I want to go down there? That seems like not a good idea. Can I walk on these walls? I sure can. And now we're upside down. Is there a benefit to that? Maybe. Nope. The answer was no, as it turns out, and now I'm a little disoriented about which side I was starting on. Walking on walls is great. Just a neat visual. I think it's one of those insane sensations that a lot of us want a chance to. Oh goodness, I rolled off in the wrong direction just now. Okay, now the respawn's not working properly, unfortunately. There we go. It's respawning me on the edge again. Obviously, there's a fear of how the hell gravity would work, and you wouldn't want to fall past a wall. But I think a lot of us would love to figure out what the hell it feels like to walk on one, and then walk on the ceiling, just like walk around a room the wrong way. How bizarre would it be to have the perspective in real time of being on weird surfaces, and it not be a simulation or anything, but totally real, but also not having the feeling that you're upside down? That would be the disorienting thing, is that knowing that it was real, and knowing you're seeing things at a non-correct vertical perspective, but also not feeling the gravity effect of, oh, I'm hanging upside down, but instead actually feeling like, oh no, this is just normal. This feels normal even though I'm on the roof, or I'm on a wall. Hang on a second. I'm seeing X's and triangles. These rain droplets are the PlayStation face buttons. Square, circle, triangle, X. Look at that. Well, that's a bad texture to see it on. Yeah, look at it. One of these. Oh, now we're indoors. Well, hopefully you saw it when I pointed it out. Yeah, the spatters of raindrops landing are the 4 face buttons of a PlayStation controller. It's a random, cute little detail. I think this game might be a permanent PS4 exclusive, so it's fitting enough to sneak that into your game. It'd be slightly weirder anywhere else. This definitely feels like it's Sony continually seeking more games like Journey. My understanding, and I don't have in-depth, to-the-moment detailed knowledge on the topic, but I think Journey was the final game of that game company's 3-game contract. They made 3 exclusive games for Sony called Flow, Flower, and Journey. Now, Flow is a game I feel like no one talked about, but Flower got some attention for being a neat little weird game, but a lot of people obviously talked about Journey, and as a result we're getting more and more Journey likes. You gonna help me or not, big brother? Aw, come on, that's not fair, brother. Come back here. Oh, got a beam. After all, siblings don't play fair. It's all about getting the... You only ever want fair... That's the hypocrisy of children and fairness, is this concept that they'll complain about fairness whenever somebody gets something they want, but never talk about fairness when they have equal part of the blame on something. Unless you raise them just right. Not that I can speak from personal experience on raising them. I can just speak on personal experience for blaming and wanting things other people have. And I'm sure I was just as bad. But as I said before, hard to remember at that age. I'm not really going for the collectibles so much because they might be a reason to want them, but for the most part I'm just kind of happy to move faster and keep having the different visuals happen. There might be an achievement for it. Those ones I've seen lately in particular seem like relatively large ones, as if they matter more. Look at that doorway. We gotta hop through that, right, just to see? Oh. Oh my goodness, that totally went somewhere. I actually wasn't sure. I'm like, that looks like a doorway, let's see. And it totally went somewhere. Oh my god, this thing's freaky. It's centered around... So it's centered around a fixed point, and it'll try to go as mathematically close to that point as it can without entering your hitbox, which is a freaky visual. Well, this place is just jam-packed with this stuff, isn't it? This almost looks like some kind of airport. Yeah, there's kind of been some airport terminal visuals here. I kind of wonder if their parents got divorced and took the kids apart from each other. Oh, we have the mom and the brother crying in that. Well, the brother's crying in that room, and the mom's holding him back. There's a doorway that we go through. I wonder if the father took the daughter, and then they got on a plane and flew to a different state and moved there when the family came apart. It's kind of fun to theorize on it before we know for sure. You can't defeat me, Tinsel. I know your greatest secret, your great weakness, which is to tell my brother to take care of you. Haha! Laziness. Yep. Don't snag me. Don't snag me. Don't snag me. Don't. No, 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 no. Haha! Got away without a single snag that time. I'm actually really happy I found out about the quick climb. It cuts down on the time involved with those so much. So there's always 3 squares. But the 3 squares change pattern every time. Can I interact with you or something? Maybe they just signify the level or something? I don't know. That place looks like a mess though. What broke down there? That genuinely just looks like something broke. It's kind of all over the place, isn't it? Definitely bringing home the idea that something valuable they weren't supposed to touch broke. After they were specifically told just not to touch it. Why can't you just listen? Going by that art, it almost looked like it was a flower pot. Oh, we're in a greenhouse or a jungle, aren't we? I just heard a crash. Oh no. There's Dad going, why couldn't you just not touch it? Oh yeah, the pots are all knocked over. That's why they look like vines. The tinsely textures all look like vines because they're... yep, they knocked over the plants in the greenhouse. Broke stuff. And then scolding. Is there anyone else present in the room? It looks like it's mostly plants. Oh, there's the brother. Is the brother hiding from the fact that they took part in it? Like the brother broke the thing. Oh yeah. She's even pointing at him, saying that he did it. And he's kind of hiding away, just sketching his little plant over here, pretending he didn't do it. After he refused to help fix it or anything. And now she's taking the blame. But now we can break free. You can't hold on to me. I can press these different buttons while holding the trigger. Haha. What do you say now, huh? Aha! Have we had a yellow ribbon yet? I don't think so. Whoa! Now there's a visual. That's fantastic. It's almost like we went across like a shallow pool. All the broken textures are coming together to form a building correctly again. Everything in the background's rebuilding itself. Like we're bringing order back together. At the very least, the textures that look like blinds that have just been obliterated are back to being these linear structures again. I think that brings us down to just one last choice. But we keep revisiting this dark hall. Oh, they're moving too. Is that the daughter? Oh, is that... I think that's Dad leaving. But the daughter didn't come with them, did she? The daughter didn't leave with the father? It's just the dad left them. It doesn't leave us a ton of pages to pick from next. I want to say we're just down to the fire. And then the locked ones. Oh, what if the first page and the last page both represent something good, and by removing all the bad things in the middle, we bring them together? Or was that just the most pretentious thing I've ever said? Is this our family house? Or am I just creeping up on someone? Yep, looks like all that's left is a fire. Oh, I was right! Look at that! I was totally right. That's 2 people? And that's 2 people. And if I just take this one page out, we'll be together. So let's put out the fire.